Hi everybody. Do you know how we get food? From where do we get food? Yes, absolutely. So the main source of food for all living organisms is plant. So we are getting food from the plants directly or indirectly. All living organisms getting food from the plants directly and indirectly. So how plants are producing food? How plants prepare their own food? So plants are called as autotrophs. You know that because plants are preparing their own food by themselves by trapping sunlight. By utilizing the solar energy, they are producing sugars. By using of carbon dioxide, water, these two inorganic compounds are converted into the organic compounds. So mainly, how they produce the food, what is the mechanism, the process by which plants prepare their own food is called as photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means production. Production or preparation of something, a compound which is prepared is called production. So hence the name is photosynthesis. So at first time, as we know that Van Niel is the scientist who introduced, he did a research on purple sulfur bacteria. Purple sulfur bacteria, and so the equation which is formulated by him is 2H2A plus CO2 gives rise to H2 plus CH2O plus H2O. Here carbon dioxide is reduced to form a sugar. So he did a research on purple sulfur bacteria and introduced an equation 2H2A plus carbon dioxide gives rise to H2 plus CH2O plus H2O. So this is the Van Niel actual equation. Then it is modified later on. We are using now the equation of photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to, in presence of light and chlorophyll, C6H12O6 is a glucose, and 6O2 plus 6H2O is the equation which is using now, is the most popular equation for the photosynthesis. So here we can observe that carbon dioxide which we exhale in the respiration and water which are absorbed by the plants with the help of roots and the solar energy, and the chlorophyll is the green color pigment which is present in a particular cell organelle called as chloroplast. The chloroplast is a type of pigment, is a type of plastid, the green color plastid only found in plant cells. So in the chloroplast, chlorophyll is present. That chlorophyll is used for the production of glucose, and the oxygen is released. So hence photosynthesis is called as the most important life process, not only for the plants, for all living organisms, because the photosynthesis only gives the food for all living organisms directly and indirectly, and the life gas oxygen is released only in the process of photosynthesis naturally. So photosynthesis is the most important life process. Now let us discuss how the photosynthesis takes place. What is the mechanism of photosynthesis and where does this photosynthesis process occurs? Okay, so as in earlier classes we have studied that the leaf, external structure of leaf, as you know that leaf base, petiole, lamina or leaf blade, midrib, veins. So reticulated venation is here. So this is the external structure of leaf. Why we are talking about leaf? Leaf is the main green color part of the plant where photosynthesis takes place. So leaf base, petiole, this entire portion is called as lamina or leaf blade, where midrib is present. In the midrib, vascular tissue is present for the conduction of water and food. Xylem and phloem are located, and veins which are connected to the mesophyll tissue present inside the leaf for the process of photosynthesis. So this is the external structure of leaf. Main parts for photosynthesis is leaf. Actually, we can say that all green color parts of the plant can perform photosynthesis. So not only in leaves, all the green color parts of the plant perform photosynthesis. Okay, leaf, end stem, and end fruits. So everything can perform photosynthesis which is in green color because chloroplast is present in all green color parts. Okay. So when we see about internal structure of leaf, because for the mechanism of photosynthesis we need to see internal structure of the leaf, we have to take TS, transverse section of the leaf. In that only we can get the data of transverse section of the leaf. We can see that epidermal tissues on the both sides of the leaf, upper epidermis and lower epidermis. Upper epidermis and lower epidermis. So both epidermal layers are covered with a substance called cuticle. And majorly in the lower side of the leaf, lower epidermis, more number of stomata are located. Why only the stomata is present? More number of stomata present in lower epidermis means to avoid the rate of transpiration, to reduce the rate of transpiration, because lower side of the leaf has indirect light. So if the more number of stomata present in upper side, what happens? More transpiration will take place, lot of water will go away. So to avoid that, it will happen like this. In between these two epidermal layers, the tissue which is present is called as mesophyll tissue. So in 9th standard, in earlier classes, we have studied that a permanent simple tissue is called as parenchymatic tissue. In that, chlorenchyma is the type of tissue. The chlorenchymatic tissue here, so which is present, is called as polycide parenchyma, where which cells are closely arranged with less intercellular spaces. The cells are closely arranged upper side of the leaf. The lower side of the leaf, whereas in this case of lower side of the leaf, cells are loosely arranged, loosely packed, the intercellular spaces are more. These cells are called as spongy parenchyma. So two type of polycide tissues, two type of parenchymatic tissue is present, chlorenchymal cells. One is spongy parenchyma, which is present in the lower side of the leaf. In upper side of the leaf, there is chlorenchyma, which is present, is called as polycide parenchyma, which is having more number of chloroplasts. So when we compare these two cells, in the upper side of the leaf, which tissue is present is called as polycide parenchyma, and lower side is present as polycide spongy parenchyma. Less chloroplasts are present in spongy parenchyma, more number of chloroplasts are present in polycide parenchyma. The cells which are closely packed and less intercellular spaces are present, whereas in the case of spongy parenchyma, more intercellular spaces are present. In between these, in the middle of the leaf, vascular bundle is present, vascular bundle is located. In the vascular bundle, xylem, phloem is present. So xylem helps in the conduction of water, as you know that, and the phloem helps in the conduction of the food material which is produced inside the leaf, xylem and phloem. Okay, so chloroplast is present in mesophyll tissue. So photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplast. Okay, in next class we will discuss about structure of the chloroplast and mechanism of the photosynthesis. Thank you.
Good.